coming back to you live on Majesty Christian Television Network as we are discussing human rights in this very day, which is the Human Rights Day. And we've been trying to throw more light on what human rights supposed really to be. And we have our guest as Pastor Kof
Hoffman.
Hoffman, yes, from the
World
House here in Amsterdam. And then we also have a Hogan of fsan, and then Fatima of fsan.
Yes.
Welcome back to Majesty TV viewers.
Thank you.
Right, so we were discussing during the short break that there are so many areas that we are still seeing human rights not being in function. And then before the break, I asked you to mention some of the countries that are still violating the human rights of women. And then we said in the era of FGM, Somalia, Cameroon.
Somalia, East African countries, but also Senegal, Sierra Leone, Guinea. So various countries in Africa, but also outside of Africa.
Yes.
And the latest, Indonesia, Iraq.
Yeah.
Many countries, but also in the Western countries because of people immigrating and taking their cultures with them.
Exactly. So my next question is: can people lose their human right? Can people lose their human right?
Well, they can taken away from them by powers that force them to do something different. It just depends on how you react. I mean, they can never take it away from you if you stand firmly for your points of view. Yeah? You can be, and perhaps you can be so convincing that you will convince others that these human rights should be integrated into the whole society.
Okay.
It's not just something, a piece of paper, and you put it aside, but you have to bring it into practice every time again.
Okay.
And that is a struggle.
Yes.
That's a struggle.
It's
I mean,
true.
I'm now here. I'm part of a minority.
Yeah.
And does that feel uncomfortable? No. But I am. I think often it's completely different for women, but also people from ethnic minorities who feel not really accepted in a country like the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I realized myself that I must be from some migrant family as well. Perhaps 200 years ago, perhaps even a political refugee
somewhere
from somewhere, from France, when Huguenots were not allowed to practice their religion, their Protestant religion. It might have been. So everybody has somewhere
they came from. They
the place
migrated.
they came from. Yes.
Yes.
And I think there is one of the other pastors who is using a term like that all people are blessed migrants, in a way. And perhaps we also have to be ready to go from one place to the other.
Yeah.
And we, let's say the Dutch have done that by going to South Africa or to go to Indonesia or all those places. Why should people not come here?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And give them also the same rights as we have here.
Yeah.
Why should being born in this country give you more rights than just coming here? I don't think that it should be like that.
I was discussing with a lady who lives in Germany, and then that was where she gave birth to her child, and the girl has grown to become 10 years this year. Yet they don't want to give her the nationality of the Germans because they said the parents are not documented. So this child is born here in Germany, and when they are asked the date of birth, they want her now place of birth. They want her to go and say she came from Nigeria. How can she say she is when the child has never been to Nigeria, doesn't even know Nigeria, but she was born in Germany? So is that not that they are denying this child the human right?
You cannot just get the nationality by being born in a country, except in the United States, for example. Then you get American nationality. but otherwise you are just having the nationality of your parents. That could
But
be.
is that how it's supposed to be? Because there's always a place you will say place of birth. Then you say
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nigeria or Somalia or whatever. So this child now, where will she be saying place of birth?
Mhm.
So we would say Germany, but yeah, the laws are very complicated, and by law she might not be German, but by living here, by her daily life, she is German. She hasn't been to Nigeria, as you said.
Yeah.
So I think we should look at, okay, what are the human rights that she's being denied, and what can we do about that?
Yeah.
It's a very complicated issue, and also look into as to why did her parents come to Germany first of all. What's the reason that they need to come to Germany? What human rights were they missing? And yeah, work from there. But it's a very difficult topic.
Yes. So what should one do if one's human right is being violated? What should somebody who is out there now watching us should do? Should it be that her rights were being violated?
I think first of all she has to look for help, and she has to speak out. It may be that she could talk to someone in her community
Okay.
that is whom she trusts,
Okay.
and or she could go if it's like a big violation.
Mhm.
She could go to the government, or she has to seek help, because she will not. The situation will not improve if she would just be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with Hodan that the first thing you have to do is speak out. So look for someone in your close community, someone that you trust, and you can at least share your story with, and tell that person what is going on, and then look for further options. What can I do to improve my situation myself? And if I cannot do this by myself,
Yeah.
then look for the people who can help me. So either organizations that are equipped to deal with these problems, or indeed police or government or anyone else that has the power to help you
Yeah.
get back your rights.
Do you have anything to say, Pastor?
I think if someone is so courageous to speak out,
Yeah.
if someone dares to take a stand against what the community actually has been teaching,
Yeah.
you have to be very strong.
Absolutely.
And of course there are very strong women and men who do so.
Yeah.
I think it's also important that there are people who can listen.
Mm.
Because if you want to speak out, if you want to talk about something, you need someone you can trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But how do you know that you can trust a person?
That's very hard.
And if you want to try it in your own community,
Yeah.
then the person should be wise. But all the men and women are not always wise.
It's true.
So it could be also someone who is always outspoken, and you can think, okay, I can trust this problem to this or his or her,
Yeah.
to him or her. But perhaps you have to find someone you can speak out to, and hope that at least he or she will be open enough
Yeah.
to let you grow into something. And I hope that at least if people come to Dutch organizations, that they don't should not be scared that it will be taken in a negative way. So if they go to the police, at least if you are undocumented and you think you have no rights, yes, you have the right to go to the police and report it.
Yes.
If you go to some community, and there are in Amsterdam Southeast, there are many organizations, self-organizations. Go there and first start listening. If they meet you as an apostle who is very open and is just saying, my father had to learn from me
Yeah.
that he had to open up and give me the opportunity to marry someone
Yeah.
who was my choice. If someone is hearing that, it might be far more easy to open up.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I think.
Yeah. It's very, very true.
Yeah.
So before we sign up now, among the minority in the society, what do you think is the human right violation that have been around them?
That's specifically for minorities here in the Netherlands, or
Yes.
well, I think maybe it's not as bluntly a violation of human rights, because it's not as visible as in, for example, as poverty, or etc.
Yes.
But I do think that when you are a minority, that you are maybe denied certain things because of your background. So, for example, a spot education-wise, or a job, or something because of your last name, or maybe because of the way you look, because of some certain ideas people have of a certain minority group. I wouldn't say that it's very big violations that you have day to day that you can notice immediately, but I think those small things, and also the case of the undocumented people who are, because of their lack of documentation,
Yeah.
they already miss a lot of even basic human rights. So yeah, it's a complicated thing, but in the end, what I like to add to this conversation is that to say that the society is responsible. So, as Pastor just said, we need people to speak up, but we also need to hear each other, and that the people become an element in solving these problems, these human rights problems, by hearing what's going on and helping the people who are weaker than you.
Awesome. Awesome. So before we sign up, is there other comments you will want to make? At least we have had a lot today, and are there some final comments you will want to make regarding this issue on human rights, more especially in the area of FGM?
Well, in the case of FGM, I would say that to the people, if you need more information, you're welcome. You could check our website, www.fsan.nl. You could call us, you could email us, anything, information.
Give your telephone number, because I believe that people are watching, and maybe they may they will want to write you. Tell us your telephone number, tell us your email address, and your website. You say www.fsan. Who knows?
So I'll repeat for all our viewers today that are very interested in to know more about our work and about FGM.
Yeah.
So that is www.fsan.nl.
That's it.
Yes, and you can find that our telephone number, our email address, everything you can find on there. So please feel free to contact us.
Feel very, very free, because FSAN, they are experts in discussing and in training people to be able to say no when it has to do with FGM. So make sure that you go to their website, www.fsan.nl, and then connect with them. I believe that your life will not be the same. At the same time, those of you who have watched and you think you want to know more about your freedom and your rights, the Pastor Hoffman is one of the human rights activists here as well in the Netherlands who are ready to... You help people, isn't it?
I try to.
Yes,
but
because I know you do that.
I think people have to learn what their rights are.
Yes.
So what we do at the World House, we invite even the immigration authorities to discuss with them what rights people have.
Yeah.
And we ask lawyers, we ask doctors, we ask the police to come.
Yeah.
And I think that is the way that you learn what your rights are. You have the right to get access to medical care.
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to get legal assistance. You have the right of education.
Exactly.
And to go to the police. So
now, before even we signed up, I want to read some of the human rights this thing I saw as I was reading. I said, human rights have become central to the global conversation regarding peace, security, and development. So at least it has become that it's become a global conversation. It's no more something that people will just be fighting in one little corner. It's not a global issue. So anywhere you are in any part of the world and you feel violated, please, you can speak out openly. Another right they have is that women's rights are now acknowledged as fundamental human rights. Discrimination and acts of violence against women are at the forefront of the human rights discourse. So that means women are part of the focus on this human rights issues. So if you are a woman, you don't feel intimidated anymore because the law is covering you. The last one is there's a paradigm shift in the recognition of the human rights of people with disabilities, especially and crucially their rights to effective participation in all spheres of life on an equal basis with others. That means those who are blind, you can easily participate in the society. You can even become a minister, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can become an ambassador, because last time we had an ambassador that was blind. If it were before, they wouldn't have given that ambassadorial level to that person. So disability is no more a factor for you to be denied. So, I mean, they have really, this human rights, have really achieved a lot of qualities since 1948. They've really done something. So we think as time goes on, even though it has not been very easy, but at least we are going somewhere. Mm-hmm. We are going somewhere. We're going to reach a place where it has to, the inequality among us and men have to be totally broken, and then we can be on the same platform. So to be pilots, to be whatever you call it.
Whatever you need.
So thank you for listening to us, and you may get this broadcast again on the YouTube in the next few hours. So Google us under this topic, and then you can listen. And then should you have questions regarding this issue, please feel free to call or email fsan. And God richly bless you. We hope to see you again and again. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.